Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Foottalks FC podcast. And yes, this is the last podcast of the semester of using this room, this wonderful room that the people in the communications department has put up for all students, such as myself. It hurts. It really hurts. But you know what? We keep it going. Plus, I'm going to continue doing this stuff in the summer, anyways, at home. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends as well. And also stay tuned for more upcoming content on YouTube as well. So let's get it started. First order of business, shout out to the Mercer men's soccer team for having a very successful Region 19 winning fall season, bringing back the title. Actually, let me rephrase that. Bringing the title back home after 7 years. It's having a very impressive spring season by winning the 2024 Kingsborough tournament in New York and also beating three NCAA teams such as Jefferson University, NJCU, and Caldwell University. Very impressive, and also a coming from a soccer fan and also Mercer student, and this was also on the Mercer Men's Soccer Instagram page. Thank you to these six sophomore players for your 2 years of contributions towards the team, this season, the program, and also the Mercer Athletic Department. Best of luck to your future and your careers. Second order of business, let's talk Champions League finals. Well, semifinals. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund versus PSG Paris Saint-Germain. So I had to do a second take of this, but you know what? Let's just keep it going. I'm gonna make sure that I said what I remembered from the last one. So Real Madrid versus Bayern. Both teams headed to the finals before. They have been through this all before. And I've looked up a little bit of a soccer documentary about Bayern Munich, and both Real Madrid and Munich have faced each other numerous times. Numerous times. This is not their first rodeo facing each other, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited to see that. But I want to make this episode short because of course it's finals week. I'm gonna make a prediction right here and right now for both legs. First leg, 3-2 for Real Madrid. Madrid scored first. Madrid scored first. Bayern scores. Madrid scores. Then it's it's all level. It's all level between both Bayern and Real Madrid. One goal by Bellingham takes it 3-2 in the first leg. Now the second leg, it's going to be a close game anyways from my perspective. I'll say I still say the Real Madrid will take this one away. Kane will score for Bayern, but I don't think it will be enough to stop the others such as Vinicius, Bellingham, Tony Cruz, many other players, many more. But then again, Bayern have a lot of players as well. But I'd say that Real Madrid will come out of this 2-1 for the second leg. They go through to the final of the Champions League. Dortmund versus PSG. I know people are going to laugh at me when I say this, possibly. But you know what? We move. It's just a prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, great. I say Dortmund take this away. I say Dortmund will win against PSG. I I I would say that they win. I'd say Dortmund will beat PSG. They will shock Europe. They will go to the Champions League final. But actually, you know what? I'll say this in a more of a comeback sense. PSG, which is expected of them to take the first leg. Then, second leg, Dortmund comes back and they beat PSG and they head to the final against Madrid. So this is my prediction. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Can't do anything about it. But I would like to see that happen. PSG, actually no. Let me rephrase that. Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund clash against each other for the Champions League final. Europa League semifinals: Roma versus Bayer Leverkusen and Olympique Marseille versus Atalanta. So I think that I I genuinely believe that Bayer Leverkusen, they've been on a hot streak for a while now, going many games unbeaten, winning the Bundesliga for the first time in their 120-year history as a German football club, and I'm gonna say it, they beat Roma. They beat Roma. I can just see it. Now, then again, I don't want to be biased or anything because I can personally say that I think Roma has very great players. I do believe that Roma could do something, but my question is, will it be enough? Will it be enough to beat this team that is on a hot streak right now? But of course, when you compare the two top scorers, Victor Boniface for Bayer Leverkusen, he scored 5 goals, and Romelu Lukaku for AS Roma scored 7 goals. When you look at their head-to-head, only against two draws against both teams, 2 draws with both teams. Bayer Leverkusen has no wins and Roma has 2. So I feel like I might be waffling a bit, but I feel like Bayer Leverkusen will take it. I feel like they will take it. Now, I think there's going to be a lot of good moments from Roma here or there, but I feel like Bayer are just going to come in from firing from all sides, from all cylinders, especially when you have a guy at the helm, Xabi Alonso at the helm, just leading these group of great players, trying to lead them to something even trying to lead them to something even greater. So I could say respectfully, I'd say Bayer Leverkusen continue that run. That they continue that hot streak and they beat Roma in 2 legs. Do I think it'll be a close one? Yes. But do I think that Bayer Leverkusen could take it? Yes. Do I think Roma will have enough? But then again, maybe who knows? And like I said earlier with my last prediction, if I am, but I think that Bayer Leverkusen will take it away from Roma. With all due honesty, excuse me. So that is the first match of the semifinal. Marseille versus Atalanta. Now I actually liking this because if you look at the head to head, well, let's talk about the two top scores. Scamacha. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name. I'm very sorry if I butchered it. 5 goals, no assists. Patrick Emerick Aubameyang, 10 goals and 3 assists. Now, when you look at this head to head, no wins, no draws between two of those clubs. Between two of them, no draws, no wins. There's nothing. So, and especially when the team from Bergamo, when they're going to go up against Marseille at the Velodrome, in an atmosphere like that, that is just completely intimidating. When you look at their fans, when you look at the ultras, I I feel like I'm not gonna say that they're gonna fold under pressure, but I'm gonna say that they're gonna feel pretty intimidated to the point where they're going to have to do well against Marseille, or they're just gonna crumble. But what is my prediction? I would definitely like to say Marseille takes this one. Marseille beats Atalanta in 2 legs. They go to the Europa League final against Leverkusen. Yep, I said it. Marseille, Bayer Leverkusen clashing in the Europa League final. And the last topic of today's show is Europa League Conference League. I'm sorry, the Europa Conference League semifinals. So it's Aston. I'm so sorry. Aston, Aston Villa. Why was I trying to say it bad? What was wrong with me? Aston Villa versus Olympiacos and Fiorentina versus Club Bruges. Brugge. Sorry, it's either one. It's either one. So I really do not know what to make of this. Of course, they're gonna play in Villa Park. Now, let's check out the head-to-head between these two teams. Once again, just as I mentioned with Marseille and Atalanta, there's no wins, no draws between both teams, between both clubs. Aston Villa and Olympiacos have nothing between each other. But when you look at the top scorers in the Europa League, Europa Conference League, El Kabi for Olympiacos has 5 goals and 1 assist, played 6 matches, and Ollie Watkins has 0 assists, 4 goals, and only played in 8 matches. I gen from where I'm standing in this, I I think Olympiacos would do well, but I believe that Aston Villa will push more farther. I believe that they will push more farther to go to the to the final. And I think that at least in the second leg, Villa. Actually, no. Let me just give Olympiacos the benefit of the doubt. I think that they'll at least score 1 goal. I think that they'll score 1 goal in the second leg, but I don't think that will be enough for Villa to. I don't think that'll be enough to beat Villa, from my perspective. So I definitely say that Aston Villa will take this and they will go to the Europa League. The Europa Conference League. I'm sorry. The Europa Conference League. I think Aston Villa will win both legs. Olympiacos scores 1 goal, but that's it for them. So that's my take on Villa versus Olympiacos in the semifinals of the Europa Conference League. Villa go through. And the last match, Club Brugge, Club Brugge or Bruges against Fiorentina. So when you look at their team form, the past 5 matches, they beat Sassuolo 5-1. They lost to Atalanta 4-1. They beat Salernitana 2-0. They beat Victoria Pilsen 2-0 by the same result pretty much. And they had a draw against Genoa. Whereas Club Brugge, they won all 5 matches. 3-0 against Antwerp, 2-0 against this PAOK Thessaloniki FC. They beat Belgian, of course, fellow Belgian side Union Saint Gilles, and 4-0 against Genk, and then they beat Genk once again 3-0, 4-0 against Genk, and then they beat them again 3-0. And the top scorers, Olsen with 4 goals, in the conference league, 2 assists, played 7 matches. Ranieri, 3 goals, 1 assist in 8 matches played. So, to be very, very honest, and once again, when you look at the head to head, this is the third match where they have no wins or draws against each other. I I'd say that Club Club Bruges. Sorry if I misplaced it. I'm sorry if I said the name wrong dozens of times. I think Club Bruges will win against Fiorentina. I think that Fiorentina will do their best to try to fight them off, but I think that at the last possible moment, as well as in the second leg, I think that Club Bruges will take it. So I'd say that from in between both first and second legs, I think that Club Bruges will win at the last possible moment in the second leg to take it all away from Fiorentina. So I expect it to be a very close game, but I truly believe that Club Rouge will fight off Fiorentina at the last possible moment, thus going to the final against my predicted Aston Villa. So, Villa, Club Rouge, they face each other in the final of the Conference League. And that's all that I have. To be honest, it's been fun working in this room. It has been fun and working with all this great equipment, having my good friend Gabe, who is currently not here right now. Shout out to you, my good friend. It's been fun. But this is where we end things in the podcasting room on campus for this semester. God willing, fall will be a different story. Um, and of course, the episodes, they will continue during the summer. So this is not the last episode ever, just in this room, but it'll continue during the summer while I'm at home. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Foot Talks FC podcast, episode 7. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and share, as well as subscribe. Thanks to everyone who made this possible. Thanks to everyone who has supported this, everyone who was rooting for this. Thanks to you all. And have a great summer. Have a great finals week. And this is your boy and your host, Tyrese Pierre, signing off. Thank you, and God bless.